My grandfather was born in the wake of 80 years of civil war amongst the Yoruba people. And he was born to a war chief. And for, millennia even, there have been trade routes across Nigeria, across West Africa, across the Sahel. When he was about 11 or 12, as the caravan made its seasonal passage through his village, he decided to run away from home. I think a lot of people have experienced what you could call like a creative injury or like a creative alienation from like your artistic self. And a feeling that one doesn't really have something to say. I was experiencing that, or I was convinced about that. The reference of this is a photo I took at my late uncle's funeral in Nigeria. And he was actually an admiral in the Nigerian Navy. And when I went home for his funeral, it was kind of like when I feel I woke back up. It was both thinking about like mortality, literally, and then also seeing the vibrancy of it and like the beauty of the natural landscape, the fashion, the like way people talk. There's just like such expression in just the normal person. And like being there, I just took a billion photos, and when I came back, it was kind of like something had switched for me. My father was born in 1955, and Nigeria became an independent country from the British in 1960. So it's like my father's older than the country of Nigeria. And so there are things that they learned about in their education system which were it was very European oriented. And then like if he was born like 6 years later, there were kids who were born around that time who learned something different. In the whole experience of colonialism and everything that followed, I think I'm arguing that there was like things lost there too. And I think regardless of where you're situated in the diaspora, there's a possibility for that remembering. This is like the old processing way that it was done. It was done in, large groups of workers with big beams from trees, pounding it until it, reaches the level. And then palm oil was used for a billion things. When I encountered the photograph, which is, like over 100 years old now, what struck me was like that just raw collective power in people. There's artists across the diaspora, in Detroit, like in Brazil, like in Europe, who have arrived here in so many different ways, and we're all trying to like remember something or like show something that, yeah, you can read in books, but maybe you can't, right? And like maybe there's a sense of connection and like family and leadership and memory which can only be experienced here. So I think that's part of what my like investigation is about. These are two of my like cousins on my mom's side, and he and I are namesakes. We both share the name Mobolaji, which means I woke up in wealth. Trying to find like softness, but then also strength, like how strong they are. Alongside that is a belief in my heart that like there are some things which can't be erased, like no matter how hard you try. You see it in the way that people greet each other, or the way that people dance, or like the music that people make, or the way that they feel about their grandmother, or the way that like, I don't know, there's just so much that like, there's so much that is stored in and like has been